Hey. I don't really have much specific plan for today. Hang on. I kind of just want to chill. Oh, damn it. I keep forgetting. All my stuff is still in trophy room. I keep on grabbing stuff, going to do stuff, and then forgetting to save after that. So, okay, let's rectify this. Now we're good. So, dailies, weeklies, vending machine. Sure. Well, what do we have? And after that, I also kind of want to visit the, what is it, the Luwak worlds? The world's like a sweet medical utopia and that kind of stuff. I've been kind of itching to see that new stuff because Sweet Medical Utopia is adorable, and apparently there's more stuff there now. But I guess we'll see. Okay, Downfall Garden B is really obnoxious to get to. Both Neon Highway and Downfall Garden, or Neon Highway and freaking Onyx Tile Maze are a pain to navigate. But it's not too bad. But yeah, in all honesty, the reason why I moved the Tukey stream to today instead of Saturday, I kind of just forgot that I was doing Tukey on Saturday, because I woke up at, let's say 1:30 or so? I woke up at like 1:30 after, like, I had class, and then I immediately crashed in my bed. Time went by, and then I looked at my clock, I answered a text from a friend, and then I was like, oh my god, it is 1:30, I have something scheduled at 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what do I do? So I frantically ran, grabbed lunch, came back, went to announce the stream, and I announced the wrong stream. So, whatever, we're here now, and it's not that big of a deal. Because I was planning on doing both of these this week anyway. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I remember that being way worse. But there's also nothing here, unfortunately. The only connection here is blocked off and will probably be blocked off forever, because this is a 710 world. And I don't know the last time that 710 has actually added stuff. 710 is a super old school dev, hence the name being numbers. Next up we got Ghastly Dump Site. I remember hearing people complain about this one yesterday. Or I guess, to be fair, I heard one person complain about it, so maybe it's not that bad. But I've spent most of my time either stressing over class, because, you know, class continues to triangle on regardless of how fast I want it to go. It still goes at its own pace. And continuing to fall down the rabbit hole that is Homestar Runner. There's an end down there somewhere, I still can't find it yet. But it's good, very pleasant. It's got that very nice, cozy, almost Venture Brothers sort of attitude of like, hey, we have all these characters are fun. There is a plot, there is an overarching plot sometimes, but most of the time it's just, there's continuity between episodes and it's just the characters kibitzing and doing whatever it is that they do normally. And everything feeds into itself. in an endless loop. I'm just gonna look at a map for this place because it's like, come on. I'm fine with exploring some maps that are mazes, but this is excessive. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10 over. Right, okay. One of these, I believe, leads to the ghastly dump site, and I don't remember which one. What you got for me, Yume-wiki? Uppermost. Got it. Ooh. This is interesting. Oh. Who made this? This is Nantai. Oh, right. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Next goal is chain link lease, and I think if I'm going to chain link lease, I may as well just go the distance and go all the way, because from here you go to Verdant Promenade, you go to Bismuth World, you go to Forgotten Megalopolis, you go to Wintry Cliffs, you go to Tomb of Velides. So why not just go to Tomb of Velides, right? Let's see. So in theory, there's an easier way that I could go. Oh wait, right, because the passage to Verdant Promenade is one way. So I kind of have to go through the long way. Oh, whatever. I'm fine with that. Because it has been way too long since I've gone all the way up to Tomb of Velides the long way. It'll be a nice exercise. My blind bridge swamp islands. There you are. But I've kind of just been chilling and doing stuff that I do. Hey, Zykev. How's it going? Oh my god, right. Today's March 28th. Perfect. You know? Hang on, what episode is this? It's 293. Oh. I was kind of hoping that today would be 283. But I've kind of just been spending my day doing the things that I normally do when I'm bored, which is, weird things. All right, there's some shenanigans here. I forget how you do this. Chainsawing it, right. Oh, right, and it's a seaside village that requires lantern. Okay, now I definitely have to check. Where the heck am I? Because Seaside Village is confusing. Okay, right now I am down in the candle room. I have to go up to silent sewers. Less of a trek than I was expecting. I hate to say it, I feel like I'm just getting better. I'm getting better at this. The long paths just don't feel as long as they used to. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I haven't decided yet, but it definitely means that I've seen my fair share of Yume Toki. But for the time being, I've kind of just been doing the things that I normally do when I'm bored. So that means reading random fun facts about US presidents and doing random coding challenges. Coding projects, I guess is the better word. Oh, right, this. This should, in theory, link up with the big structure. I don't remember for sure, though. Once I find that, the navigation will get easier. I think this is it. Yeah. From here we gotta go to the hand passage. That's this. But I've got a very fun story about U.S. presidents for you today, and like most of these stories, it does not involve any of the recent guys, and it doesn't involve any prior knowledge of American politics. This is just like funny. Hey, what's up? This is just like stupid thing that I read. I read on Wikipedia, and it made me laugh, so I feel the need to share it. I forget if I've actually told this one before. So, an often forgotten president, Grover Cleveland. You might know him for, well, basically just one thing. He's the only president in U.S. history to have two terms that didn't come right after one right after the other. And part of the reason for that is that he was really well liked in his time. That's why he was able to get reelected after a break. Is that people looked at him running for office again and were like, hell yeah, Grover Cleveland again. He was great last time. It doesn't happen very often in politics. Usually when someone leaves office, they're either appreciated at best and hated at worst. So to take a break and then come back and then win another election, that's kind of impressive. But this isn't about that. This is a story about cancer, of all things. Now, around the time of Grover Cleveland's second term, he was just doing his thing, being president, I don't remember exactly what his achievements were as president, I'll be honest. But during his second term, he got informed by his lawyers that he had a tumor on the top of his palate. So basically, like the roof of your mouth, the part that gives you a brain freeze when it gets cold. And they didn't know whether it was actually like super dangerous or whether it was just completely benign. But either way, they wanted to do surgery and remove it, of course. Now, the trouble with that is that he was still the President of the United States. And if anyone figured out what was going on, they would flip. It's like, polarized or not, any news outlet would jump at the opportunity to print a story that the president has cancer and may be in the hospital. That's the kind of thing that makes big news outlets froth at the mouth. So there was the fear that he would have this operation done, and then people would find out about it and freak out. So what did he do? Well, it's actually very funny. In contrast to how the rest of the story is like vaguely serious and kind of concerning for the president, what they ended up doing is it's almost like the plot of a Sherlock Holmes book or something. What they did is they took Grover Cleveland, and I believe his wife was also present. They took the two of them and a bunch of doctors. They put them on a boat, and they sent them on a cruise, and they told the American public, hey, the president's going on a cruise for a few days. He'll be back, but he'll be out of the office. And he had a surgery done on the boat, and then he came off the boat with, like, it messed with his jaw a little bit because, you know, as you would expect, but beyond that, he was completely fine, and nobody knew. Nobody knew what had happened. They just assumed he had to get a tooth pulled while he was on the cruise. So, I always thought that was hilarious. And that's the fun thing about history and politics, is that the most fun you can have reading about history and politics isn't, I mean, like, the least amount of fun you can have is, in my opinion, is campaign season. Because then everyone has an ulterior motive for saying the things that they're saying about the people that they like and the people that they don't like. But when it hits the books and all the dust settles, that's when you get to have a lot of fun with it. Because there's no more, like, how to put it? The only people that are left... Oh, hey. The only people that are left are the people who genuinely care about just finding interesting and weird shit that happened over the course of history, and that's where you get the good stuff. Like stories about, like, John Tyler and Aaron Burr. You wouldn't find those stories in the day-to-day when John Tyler was in office, or really even in like an AP US history class or something. Because those people, like, when you're learning that stuff, it's for a reason. You're just learning it so you can get better at writing so that you can ace the exam. But when you're just screwing around, scrolling through Wikipedia, that's where you find the good stuff. Okay, I feel bad. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh. Where am I? There we are. Oop. There we are. And I mean, John Tyler too. I could write a whole book about that man. He is such... How to put it? John Tyler is a bumbling idiot, but he is a bumbling idiot in one of the most interesting and entertaining places in US history. He was an absolute dumbass, but he's also probably the reason why Henry Clay wasn't the first Prime Minister of the United States. He had no intention of stopping Clay. He definitely didn't like Clay, but I severely doubt that he was operating on some sort of grand plan. Tyler was just doing whatever the hell he did, or whatever the hell he liked to do. And he had so many interesting first things happened under his legislation. Like, I believe he was the first president to have a veto overridden. He was the first president to have impeachment proceedings brought against him. He was the first president to have to run for office without a political party, even to this day. He ran completely unaffiliated because nobody wanted to affiliate with him. And it's all just it's so funny to me. Because normally when you learn about, like, again, normally when you learn about history and you learn about politics, it's for some reason. It's for winning an election. It's for acing a class. But it's sometimes it's fun to just take a step back and consider that sometimes just dumb stuff happens. Dumb stuff happens. People make stupid decisions. It's not for advancing some grand agency or some massive project of theirs. It's not for the interest of any specific political party. It's just someone doing something because why not? And that kind of serendipity is the most fun stuff. Die, Mango. Real. Hey, wait a minute. I completely missed Chainlink Lease, I think. How did I just... Huh? Oh, Silent Sewers, right. That's the connection that I was missing. It's because I went from Silent Sewers to Dreary Drains, but there's more worlds in between them. And this is unfortunately also a one-way trip, so shoot. Hmm. I always forget this room exists. This is pretty. Ah, the freaking... The music is extremely good. I know it's turned down super low, but I can barely hear it on my end. Is there a new Nexus world? Piss World. Ah, Piss World. What a place. I think I've said it before, but I I like Lemonade Edifice in a very strange way. That it's a kind of low effort in comparison to some of the other Nexus worlds, but it's also high effort compared to some of the other Nexus worlds. Like, especially considering some of the other new ones. Like the freaking lamp one. I don't even remember the name of the lamp one because I don't think I've used it once since it's been added. And don't drink the lemonade. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even know how I got here. But I think out of the three, Lemonade Edifice might be my favorite because, look, I don't like Abandoned Campsite for a variety of reasons. Basically the same reasons that Zen doesn't like the area, that it's pretty low effort and it also uses stock assets, which is a big no-no. And it would be saved by its aesthetics if it had any, but the aesthetics are very bare bones. Because there's that, there's Abandoned Campsite, there's the lamp one, which I don't even remember the name of. Which is also super barren. But... Nova's gone. Dead. I love the moving box over there. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a closure for that, but it is there. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Thoughts and prayers. But I still, I just, I don't quite get it. That, like, people saw that you could add new Nexus worlds and saw, like, after so long of having no Nexus worlds added at all, Ornamental Plains, which didn't have a lot, but was so pretty that I was willing to forgive it. It was just so, like, cute and joyful that I was willing to overlook the fact that there wasn't really much going on at the time. And then there was also Deep Red Wilds, which is gorgeous. Like, again, there wasn't much going on initially, but oh my god, it's so pretty. Like, Deep Red Wilds, easily one of the coolest Nexus locations in the game. And then after that, it was like, yeah. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff indeed. Pocket watches? Like from Apple? Thoughts and prayers on pocket watches. I've kind of just been following this person around. Let me check. Oh. This entire path is wrong. There we are. Now we're cooking with diesel. Spaghetti is peak. True. like spaghetti. Delicious spaghetti. There we go. Tomb of Velides. Oh, not quite yet. We're almost there. Nova. Oh god, did Zen turn Nova back on? Man, what is it with cool ocean areas being some of the best areas in Yumatuki? It's like 3 for 3. You got Lavender Waters, you got Tomb of Velides, and you got the Depths. Also, I forget where I go. Okay. Pardon me. Alright, let's finish out this route. Social media sites. I see the conversation happening in chat, and I've been holding off. From giving my 2 cents. The forums are a tricky beast because they're not the same thing as social media. As much as Reddit likes to market itself as social media, it is not social media. It is a forum. It's just a forum with a very weird structure. Meant to kinda sort of resemble a social media site. But at its core, it's still a forum. And that leads to some very strange things coming out of it. Lots of communities based around one singular joke, because it's just, the forum was, that subreddit was created for one specific purpose. Oops, wait, that's map chat. We're all insane here, that's the fun part. If you came to Yumituki Online to find normal people, I don't think you're gonna find any. Man, this place is nice. Here we are. There's always some goob on there, like, is sunscreen good for my eyes? What did someone say earlier? Something about favorite musicians. Okay. Hey. I'm kind of just chilling and doing whatever. Oh. So. This is this is kind of a difficult thing to explain. This is, this is a... How to put it? Sorry. This is something hosted on a browser. It's called YNO project. Give me a second and I can send a link in chat. And there you go. So, YNO project is a big combination of a bunch of different Yuminiki fan games. And if you haven't heard of Yuminiki, I would recommend just start there. Look up stuff about Yuminiki. That's probably the best place to start. Yeah, it's multiplayer Yuminiki and multiplayer a lot of different fan games. Give me a moment. Yeah. Okay, so right now, this is the full list of the games that they have on the site. They got Yuminiki, Yumituki, Dot Flow, Uneven Dream, Deep Dreams, Answered Prayer, Someday, Amallusion, Brain Girl, Moomerope, Dream Genie, Mikan Musou, Ultraviolet, She Awaits, Oversomnia, and Yume Sushin. And also, given some time, and I don't want to make any affirmations for when it's coming out because developers can work at their own pace. There's also a fan project in the works called Collective Unconscious, which is a multiplayer-only Yuminiki game, or a Uniki fan project, I suppose. And it's also going to be hosted on here, but that's not here yet. That will be here when it is done, so probably... My money is on the next, like, half a year or so? Maybe next few months if we're lucky and things go super, super smoothly, but I'm not too plugged into the development of that project, so I can't really say. but it's super cool. So for the past, like, year and a half or so, I've kind of just been semi-daily uploading myself going through and playing Yumituki online. So I think next we go to the vending machine. The vending machine that is Snowy Village, I think. I think that lamp is Snowy Village. Snowy Village is what is this place called? Let me just look up Cat Cemetery. Yeah, Snowy Village, there you are. I'm kind of torn on this one because the long path requires me to go through freaking Tesla Garden, which is annoying, but it goes through Dollhouse, which means it's not as bad. So let's go the long route again. Why not? What else do I have to do what else do I have to do today? I do love how people just use the empty spots in the Nexus to just sit there with goofy costumes. It's like a pedestal to put yourself up on. Oh. I think someone just got. Another hand touches the lemonade edifice shortcut. Oh, right. There's something new in Animated Hub, isn't there? Hang on. This area is super cool. Huh. Yeah, so that's Flying Fish World. That hasn't changed. I guess I'm watching this animation a few more times while I figure out what's changed. This animation is awesome, to be fair. Oh, great. Hang on. Let me check, because I seem to remember there was something new here. No, it's just... Okay, so it's... Excuse me? Oh, this is called Legacy Nexus now, I see. This took me a second. I was sitting here like, what? When did they add this? This was called, what was it called before? Shit. It was Pole something. It had a weird name. Is the butterfly in effect? No. That's just Lamp Puddle World being Lamp Puddle World. Wait, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker is a video game, so you mean Michael Jackson's Moonwalker? That is apparently that is an excellent game. Old school arcade beat 'em up. Or it wasn't an arcade game. It was I think it was either a SNES game or a Genesis game. I don't remember which. Okay, from here we're at Stony Buildings. Stony Buildings is right there. We have to head to... where are ya? Right, we're all the way at the top. Down a little bit, then Graffiti City. Got it. Oh, it's the Saturn, right. No wonder I don't remember what console it was on. Chat, what do you think about the new economic policies circa 1921 and 1928? Okay. Oh, right, we're basically backtracking, because I usually head from Tesla Garden to here. Okay. Ah, right. This passage is from up. Okay, so I have to go all the way up, because that's Chalkboard Playground right there. Yeah, there we are. So I just go up and across. And then... giant map jump scare. How do I get here? Oh, wait, there's a shortcut right here. Oh shoot, hang on, I have to get out my emote. There we go. I kind of wish the emotes were implemented in a better way, because I've noticed that some limitations of them. I don't think they show up in posts at all. I could try and do another test post to check it to see if they do, but I don't think they do. They show up in the comments, of course, but it doesn't look like they show up beyond that, which is annoying. Okay, that's shortcut S, where... oh, easy. So that just leads there. Then I can just walk diagonally over to the dollhouse. Awesome. It's always fun to get all these badges from going to places that I've been before. Makes me wonder how many badges are even in the game now. Because all of these badges they're Yumaniki online implements. They're not actually part of Yumatuki. And there's a lot of them. I don't know if they still add them every Friday, but they may as well with how many are in the game right now. Also, this place is lovely. Oh yeah, while I'm here I can get this. Urasuki dons the cutest outfit imaginable. I really wish there were more mix effects. Oh yeah, in case people missed this, there is an interaction with Red Riding Hood. I'm thinking of a different house, I think. Isn't there? I could have sworn there's an interaction in here. Nope. Okay, I am thinking of a different house. Slightly awkward. But I did just walk into someone's house randomly, so not much more awkward than that. Okay. Somewhere around here is a vending machine. Oh yeah, I can't even imagine. I think you would have to go... Because I don't think you can go through... Well, you might be able to go through Tesla Garden, because it keeps your... It keeps your costume on. Maybe you could go backwards through Spaceship, but I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if that connection is two-way. I might make it a goal at some point to try and make it all the way back with one of those. Okay, let me just move along the path here. Where is this vending machine? Huh. Okay, so what image am I looking at here? Oh, well, that's real helpful. There you are. Okay, so it's next to the goofy-looking ice creature. I see. This place is very cozy. The creature. Okay. Reacts to chainsaw crossing, telephone wolf. Telephone. Wolf. Fairy. Cake. And child effects. Okay, that's so cute. And changes appearance with the marginal. Whoa. Invisible. Bunny ears. Aww. Boy. Gakaron. Yeah. And there you are. Usually there's people chilling around the vending machine. I guess because it's this far out, people haven't come by. Now the question is, do I want to go all the way out to Marble Ruins from here? I could run over to Chainlink Lease and make sure that that's done. Oops, that didn't cause any problems. Yeah, it's still kind of a trek, but not quite as much of a trek as going to Tomb of Abilities. I remember hearing from the Discord at one point, yesterday, day before, apparently Noildoof is planning to add another world past Marble Ruins that's sort of a capstone to like a grand finale to that section of worlds, which has me very interested because those worlds are already super pretty. So how does Noildoof go larger than that? I guess only time will tell, but it has me very excited. Sheep. Okay. I can only assume that's gonna go away when I go to Silent Sewers. Otherwise, we might not have otherwise we might have problems. We might not have problems. What am I saying? Oh my god, right. Good Friday. Shit, it's Easter weekend, isn't it? It's Easter weekend, and then right after that, April Fool's Day lands on a Monday, so it's going to be a fun weekend. Okay, so we gotta go to Ruined Garden. Red path, purple path, that is... looks like the left path. Oh yeah, that's another development that was very funny, that happened kind of recently. So, I think I mentioned before that I'm doing Carmina Burana for a big concert at the end of this semester, but I don't think I ever mentioned the translation, because the translation of that piece is bonkers. Right, from here we have to go to Vintage Town. The translation of that piece is absolutely crazy, in a very fun way. Because, I mean, frankly, look it up and just read the transcription, because it's ridiculous. It's in a combination of classical Latin, or not classical Latin, it's in like whatever the word for church Latin is, Anglican Latin, I think. It's in a combination of church Latin, Old German, and Old French. Secular Latin, that's the word that I'm thinking of. And part of the thing with it being secular Latin is that the piece is not about, well, the Bible or Christianity. Very rare sight for Latin because, I mean, when else do you speak Latin in the modern day? Well, Karl Orff gave us a reason, and it leads to some extremely unhinged Latin text that we have to read. It's in basically 3 parts. Talks about like the Wheel of Fortune and the changing of the seasons. It talks about being in a tavern and making merry in a tavern, and watching other people lose their shirts and get other people's shirts, and leave from the tavern naked, cursing the abbot and weird stuff like that. Occasionally butting in with some very weird and humorous little songs, like a song about a swan that's been cooked and eaten. Yes, that is a thing. And a young man and woman what's a nice way to say this? Having sex. There's no other good translation for that other than they be fucking. I wish there was a more polite way to say that, but there really isn't. It's so my conductor described it as bowdy, and I have to agree. It's very bowdy, and it's really fun. I'm looking forward to performing it, because part of the other thing is that the piece is over an hour long, I think. It's somewhere between 50 minutes and closer to like 65. So with other concerts, we've had like a big piece, and then we've been able to sneak something else in. No, not this. My voice is going to be completely gone by the time we get to the end of that piece because it's over an hour long, and the tenors have to go really, really high, like impressively high, because for God knows what reason, the tenors match the soprano parts often to the note, not even an octave down. I don't know if this piece was meant to be sung co-ed or if it was originally all men or all girls piece, or maybe it like alternated between the two. But there's some parts of it that really fit with my range and some parts that really don't. So it makes me wonder how it was originally split up. I'm glad I was able to grab lunch in time because, like I said earlier, I got up at like 1:30 after I had class at 10 a.m. I got back from class. I like, got ready at like probably 9, maybe like 8:30. The only clock that I have in here that I care to check is my microwave, and it's still zeroed out at 12 o'clock, and I haven't set the clock yet. I've been meaning to. So I got ready at somewhere between like 9:30 and 10. I had class at 8:30 and 9 rather. Had class at 10, came back, and then crashed. Immediately fell back asleep. And then I woke up at 1:30, looked at the clock on my phone and was like, "Oh shit. I have obligations. I said I was going to do this." Okay. So I jumped out of bed, got lunch, took care of my obligations for the next few hours. Where am I going? Right. Abandoned Dreadnought is where I'm heading because I've already been up there. A game suggestion. I mean, that all depends on what the game is. If it's something like Roblox, the answer is probably no, but I'm willing to hear what you have in mind. Because we're getting new people. That makes me happy. Oh, this is a door. think I've seen this. Oh shit, wait, I have. You sleep in the bed here. And this is the connection. Right. Uh Ooh. I think I'll pass on playing it for now, but I'll definitely bear it in mind for later. From a passing glance, looking at the Steam page, it looks kind of interesting. Okay, a room of decent size. Where am I? Here. I think my goal from here is decrepit dwellings? Because if I go to decrepit dwellings, then I can go from there to abandoned dreadnought, and finally, freaking chain link leads. Oh no, this is abandoned dreadnought. So I'm all turned around. it's, it's what happens when every door looks the same. Okay, now I see. Blue. Ah, here we are. I'm glad more people are showing up than usual. It's a good feeling. I imagine it's from the 4D golf, but I have to wonder what else brought people here. This is very... I'll admit this is very esoteric. But hey, I enjoy it. I think I just went in a circle. Where am I? Okay. Oh, I see. I see, I see. Ooh. We made it. Okay, what the... What is even here? Oh, right. I forgot this was here. This is where the mechanical heart event happens. So, I mean, I feel like if that's the case, I feel like I end going here then. Because this event is great. I love the Uro stare. I love all the emotes in this. That'll probably be it for this stream, but I'll leave it with this. And I'd go further from here, but the only place this leads is Verdant Promenade, which I've already been to. So that feels like a good enough point to end it on. Maybe I'll make an Uro stare emote for the channel. We'll have to see. But yeah, I think that'll do it for me. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to do some Tukey. But I'm probably gonna go and frankly, I'm probably gonna go back to bed because I'm exhausted. But it was fun to do this. Glad y'all could make it, and see y'all later.